Welcome back to the workshop. Kyle here. If I look like I'm excited, it's because I am. We're getting ready to go fishing with our friends at Born and Raised Outdoors tomorrow. And before we do that, I want to get my knife ready. So I've got my fillet knife here, and I'm going to take you through how to set the edge on it. And then we're also going to talk about how to keep it sharp in the field. So let's take a look. All right, guys, so the knife we're sharpening, like I said, is the fillet knife. And I want to talk a little bit about the fillet knife and the challenges that come with sharpening one. Most fillet knives are a softer metal and they're pretty flexible, which makes sharpening them on a whetstone or a plate a little more challenging. Not that you can't, but we recommend using one of our powered sharpeners like the Onion Edition or the Knife and Tool Sharpener Mk.2. I'm really excited to use this new sharpener, so I'm going to focus in on that one, but I'll show you how to use both. All right, so let's talk about how to set our sharpeners up. For the Onion, you're going to want to set your angle at 20 degrees. You set the angle with this toggle. Make sure it's at the top on 20. For the abrasive, you want the X22 medium abrasive belt and a low speed. For the Mk.2, you're going to want the medium red belt. The toggle switch will be in the up position for 20 degrees, and again, low speed, which is the setting at 1. What I love about the new Mk.2 is the front edge guide. This slides up to help support the blade all the way through as you draw across the abrasive. So we're going to have that in the up position. We're going to lay the knife in the angle guide so that we're in contact. We'll power on and we'll pull through. Make sure to stop with the tip of the knife still in contact with the abrasive and repeat that stroke for 5 to 6 times until you raise a burr across the entire edge of the knife. The front edge guide makes it really easy to stay consistent in my stroke, and now I've established a burr along the entire length of my blade, and I'm going to repeat those same 6 strokes on the other side. Now that I've established a burr on each side of the blade, I'm ready to progress down to a finer grit belt. Let's show you how to do that. It's designed to be really simple. Move the front edge guide down out of the way, push down and twist on this pulley to give you some slack to move. Move that belt, insert your fine abrasive around the pulleys, and then lock that back into place. Power on to track the belt. That's it. All right, guys, we're at the final stage of getting our fillet knife ready for the field tomorrow. We've got the fine abrasive in place. The one thing that we're going to do different this time is alternate strokes just to knock that burr off and refine this edge down to a razor sharp. Put the front edge guide back in place. Light pressure. Remember to place, power, and pull through, leaving the tip of the knife still in contact with the abrasive. That's feeling really good. Remember, this is like a refining step, so no white knuckles, light pressure, and you're gonna get that edge you're looking for. Now that the edge is established on my fillet knife, I'm ready to head out into the field, catch some fish, and put it to work. Once I start using it, I wanna be able to keep that edge maintained, which is why we're going to be using the Pivot Pro in the field, and we'll show you how to use that once we get out there.
Yes, Steven!
Get it, man.
Big one? Bring him all the way out here. He finally hooks one and he just whines about it.
This is exhausting. You got it, Steven.
Oh. Yeah, good job, guys.
Woo! Yeah! How'd that feel?
Freaking awesome. Let me get along. wrong side, but Cody, you're good.
I'm shaking.
Awesome.
Nice work, Steven.
Bomber. Beautiful. Yeah, it's better.
Oh, oh no. Easy. Steady.
There you go.
Well, we're out here after a great day of fishing with Born and Raised Outdoors. We had a great time, beautiful day. Our cameraman Steven was the only one to actually reel in a beautiful steelhead, but it was a wild, so we had to set it back. But we still want to cover how to keep your knife honed in the field. So we're gonna take a closer look at the Pivot Pro and use that on the fillet knife we started in the shop. So let's take a closer look. So I'm not gonna use the carbides because I've already established an edge. I'm just looking to hone, so I'm gonna focus in on the honing side. And the nice thing about the Pivot Pro is you can use it almost anywhere. It's got a nice big handle on it, so if your hands are wet or slippery, you can keep a good grip on it. And then when you're honing, set it in between the two carbides. Try and keep it straight up and down and pull through. And repeat that stroke 5 or 6 times just to maintain your edge. And that'll keep you sharp as you're working with your knife in the field. That's going to do it for this week's episode, guys. Thanks for watching. If you've got questions about either one of these sharpeners, feel free to leave those in the comments below. We're always in there looking for your questions. If you've got any suggestions for future videos, don't be afraid to make those suggestions as well. If you want to find either one of these sharpeners, go to www.worksharptools.com to find out more, and we'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Twist that back up. Power on. Nailed it. What happened? Go to your home. You too good for your home?